Hi, my name is Kundan and I call myself Unbinary Kundan. So since I'm planning to be a coach, there are certain disclaimers that I want to give and I want you to be applied to any coach that you are trying to reach out to. And these are certain red flags for me. The first one that I starts with, please do not agree with me easily. Don't agree. That is what the problem has been with our education system, that you have been dumped and we carry that dump throughout our life. Please bring in your perspective. So as a coach, if I'm something telling it to you, do not take it easily. Put your perspective into it, question it whether it is going to work for your system or not, and then agree or disagree with it. The second thing, be honest to your inner voice. The power of inner voice, it always tells you whether this thing is good or this thing is bad. What we do is, because of our education system or because of the kind of learning we have got from our society, we suppress that voice and we say that everybody is doing the similar way, why shouldn't I? Please try to be honest with yourself. The moment you have been dishonest with yourself, it's like everything falls apart. And I have been practicing it since you have just learned that hey, business can be done only in a wrong way. Politicians are fraud. There is always a politics in the workspace. You'll just be carrying that baggage. Once you try to move on the other side, what exactly is your inner gut feeling telling you? The reality actually flips, and your inner voice to the most of the time is right. So here also, with me, I would recommend you to listen to your inner voice. If something is not working, being with me, please call it out. I'm as open as anything. I do not want to preach something which I do not practice. So I think that takes me to the next pointer. I think we have already pleaded into it, that whatever I am teaching is, or whatever I'm sharing, please do not take it as is. My system is very different from yours. What I'm sharing with you is certain guidelines. Okay, try and put it into your perspective, into your system, and pick only those things which is working for you. If still you are confused, come sit with us. We'll analyze your system and we'll make it work for you. Next one, please be ready to see the hypocrite side of you. When I say this to you, it applies to me as well. Am I a hypocrite? Yes, to some extent. What happens is, whatever I'm talking to you is my ideal self, and my ideal self is not always right. My real self is different. So that's where when I talk to people, I say, please do not trust me 100%, trust me say 90%, 95%, because I have tried to bridge that gap between my ideal self and real self. For you also it happens. We talk something different inner inside, but we behave very differently with the other. Now, I do not want you to change completely. I just want you to acknowledge that, know that fact, and that also will bring a lot of peace and clarity to you about yourself. The next one is be open to 3 P's. I think I've already discussed. So the 3 P's are nothing but the people, possibilities, and perspective. There would be another video. I'll try to put the link below for this description of it. Do not give control in my hand even if I'm holding this stage. Okay. Please, as I said, you are the one who has to make your system work. Please do not give your control in my hand. It's very hard sometimes to read my own handwriting. Yes. Okay. The other thing which I talk mostly about is we are not just the sum total or aggregator of what we have done. We are also a kind of aggregator of things that we have not done. Try not to feel superior or that I've done this, I've done that. It's like we are just common as anybody. We are a sum total of things we have done and we have not done. Even that perspective is so important to me. That keeps you humble, that keeps you grounded, that hey, there are certain things which I have not done, and the people who are doing it, we should respect them. So that brings me to that perspective. I always challenge this term, and I'm going to suggest you the same. Challenge the generic terms like people, everyone, all. So for example, people are ridiculous. People hate me. Everyone out there is a hypocrite. Now, what will happen is you will be telling the stories to your minions, and they'll keep echoing, keep shouting to you, and everybody in front of you, even if there are good people around you, you will look at them through a lens of doubt, right? So what I suggest is try to say that that particular people, that hey, XYZ, my friend is not being nice to me, rather than saying that hey, everybody is not nice to me. Saying that this work person, I hired somebody and he just kind of ditched me. You can say, just don't say that everybody has ditched me. So this is one such suggestions. Nurture your point of view. That is one of them. So I always ask that, what is your point of view? Okay, try to nurture it. Try to look beyond of only what exactly you are seeing, but also perceive and try to see the surrounding. Whatever is happening to us is also happening to somebody else. Okay, all the difficulties that we are going through, the other person is also going through certain difficulties. So once we start respecting and we go before making a judgment that hey, that person is doing something wrong, if we can go and just ask that person, that will help you clear out your point of view just from your personal self. Rather, you will create a system where you'll going to that system and asking that hey, what's wrong? Why are you behaving like this to me? So that point of view changes for that person, and that helps you to calm down and take away a lot of miseries from you. Join me on YouTube by subscribing below, and you will be amazed to see the superhuman side of you. See you.